Welcome, everybody. This is Now at Work 2021, and this is how ngena goes live with innovative telco order management. We have Thirdera and ngena with us today. My name is Chris Pearson. I'm a ServiceNow certified master architect with Thirdera. I've been helping customers solve business problems on the ServiceNow platform for over 10 years now. And with us, we have Kleber and Marcus, and they're going to introduce themselves. Marcus is going to go first.
Thank you, Chris, for the kind introduction. And I'm really happy to share with the audience how we jointly want to take the telco order management to the next level. I'm Marcus Hacke, and I'm CTO and founder of ngena. And since the foundation of the company in 2016, I think we have developed a unique platform, which we are happy to introduce to you today.
And Kleber.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for inviting us for recording today. I'm Kleber Viana. I am the head of Americas for ngena. And we are very pleased to be here and work together in this wonderful project.
Excellent. I think, Marcus, you're going to take us through a little bit of who is ngena and what makes them a fantastic and leader of a company in the SD-WAN space.
Absolutely, Chris. So ngena was developed to meet the new requirements of business and enterprise customers. These requirements of customers has changed dramatically. Requesting access to public clouds, people working from nearly everywhere, and I think the COVID pandemic has really shown us how important it is to have that flexibility. Now, we all know that traditional networks can't cover these new requirements, the pure or the primarily MPLS-based networks with central IT, data centers, and the central breakouts are inflexible, don't provide the needed services. So that was a trigger point to develop a much more flexible, much more simple platform. We call it a connectivity platform as a service to help the enterprise and business customers on their journey towards the cloud and the digitized world. That is the aim of ngena. And what we see on the next page is what ngena is really all about. It's about providing leading edge telecommunication services, leveraging the SD-WAN, so the software-defined networking, with the utmost, I would say, set of services. And we fully embrace the SASE concept. It's a secure access, secure edge, service edge approach, where you add a broad set of security services to the networking services, to the connectivity services, because in this distributed IT landscapes and the flexible networks, I think security and protecting against cyber attacks is a tremendously important piece of any new networking design. Mentioned already, cloud and public clouds being integrated, public internet access to clouds being an integral part of networking is also core of the offering we provide at ngena. But we do more because it's also about the delivery model to ensure that the deployment is easy, that you don't need to run very complex projects, but you can select services from a product catalog, that you don't have big upfront investments, but you can really consume this as a service. These are some of the key, I would say, ingredients of the ngena platform. So what we really provide to customers is to have an easy selection of services, which allows customers to design a hybrid network. So it is not a pure internet-based network. It also includes the capability of having private links like MPLS and Ethernet. It is, of course, providing a broad set of overlay services on the networking to prioritize traffic, to secure traffic. And all of that is available on global scale, and you can select it from a global service catalog. So there's real tangible benefits for customers, no upfront costs. We really simplified the quite complex technology which is provided based on the Cisco services and products, and we make it easy to select and consume. It's a complete CapEx effective as a service model. So it's based on the monthly payment. It is heavily scalable. Therefore, we can offer it, or it is used by small as well as very large customers. And last but not least, the global availability, because we have built a global platform to deliver with consistent services, is key to really serve customers wherever they are. Now, having said that, in general, there are some additional, I would say, challenges if it comes to simplification and automation. And one of them, of course, is it is not just a technical challenge to provide the services, it also gets back to the business processes. So this, the design of the solution, then to support the ordering and the provisioning process, as well as having all the service management capabilities, especially the tracking of the right and the proper delivery of services. To be fast and flexible, there is one, I would say, key element to it. It's automation, because every manual step slows down the process and is error prone. Therefore, we have designed a platform which is end-to-end automated and really is fully supported by comprehensive data models to allow a consistent, fast, and very controllable implementation of any kind of our services. With a global platform, cloud-based, I think scalability is key, because there are some customers which just has a few service points, but they're large customers as well, up to the one in the thousands. And as we are providing our platform and have a strong ecosystem of partners, and many partners, up to 50 partners as of today, are using our platform, of course, scalability is key so that we can serve partners and customers in the best way. Having said that, classical telco OSS, meaning operational support and business support systems, are quite inflexible, very nested in the way how they are designed, and it's very cumbersome to update the set of services and to reconfigure a network. With the approach now we have taken together with ServiceNow and Thirdera, I think we are really getting to the next level of providing services, because we are using the ServiceNow platform with a bunch of different modules to make what typically in telco takes maybe years, we bring it down from an implementation and updating perspective to weeks. And how we really do that? My colleague Kleber will lead us into that section.
Thank you, Marcus. So in order to do that project, we had to discuss a lot with Thirdera, how to make it all clicking together and make sure our platform will have the possibility to deploy things faster and faster with higher scalability and compliance to the new SaaS framework. That was also something new in the market, something that only ngena is able to do today, and now is able to do with ServiceNow and Thirdera helping us in doing that. So we reduced the time to the construction and the deployment severely, using agile techniques and the ServiceNow possibility, as you can define things, you can go for a structured model, define workflows very easily, and connect this new telecommunication module that ServiceNow just released. And in order to deploy and enhance our general capabilities and going all the way to the operations. So we have a very good implementation done in top of these features that we were looking forward to have, and see our networks or our access designs fully designed in top of the ServiceNow platform. You can move to the next. So this solution using the telecommunication module was pretty much awesome, because for us, that allows us to use a very significant user experience that, complementing to the ServiceNow processes, made us very easy to create this look and feel, and to creating a cutting edge portal that was making our partners even more eager to go around and select things and make it even better, because we are following a standardized process that they all can follow very well now. We created this assurance dashboard that makes all our partners passionate for, because they can, in a single pane of glass, see different networks, different customers, different levels of SLAs, without need to go and dig for information or even try to find in different systems what is going on. So in a single panel, they can see everything.
And Clever, you know, you have a bunch of different resellers from different reseller partner companies. You needed to have a way that when those resellers come in and look at those incidents and issues going on in their networks, they only should be seeing the stuff that's relevant to them for their partners, because you have plenty of enterprise customers, but we need to slice this up, this view, by resellers. Is that correct?
Correct. So as we have a long group here working with us, we have partners, we have customers. So everybody see their own information, their own views, and even the end customers of our partners can come join and see the results and what's going on, and different technologies and different kind of designs we are doing for them.
Excellent.
So this is a more complete view how the look and feel of the platform is now. So you can see that the select, enhance, deploy, and operate is there. So in a single system, you see everything integrated, even in seeing in the background in our structure, there is different systems and different components. As Marcus mentioned, we automate a very complex structure to talk to cloud, to talk to Cisco SD-WAN, to talk to a licensing process, to delivery things in different process. So it talks to so many people in this chain that for delivery something like this, for a telecommunication perspective, could take years to implement, and we are doing that so fast, so nice, and with a wonderful user experience. That is what is creating for us a very good impression, and also for our partners who are seeing that and becoming crazy about how easy it is to work with ngena now using this new platform.
Excellent. Yeah, I can see especially in the lower right quadrant, these orders can be extremely complex, and there's this kind of a tree view, an expandable, collapsible section with all the details beneath each section. It becomes very intuitive for the resellers to go in and enrich these orders along the way as they do that.
Right. Yeah.
If I may, Chris and Kleber, just to add here, because it is not just about the ordering itself, right? It is about the enrichment. It is about giving the real configuration in a very simplified manner, just speaking to that platform on a service level, and without needing to go to a deep technical level, you just express your service intent. And you can do this for all the different services. During the ordering, during the initial configuration until the deployment, but also for the full life cycle of the network and the services. So all the what we could call the change process is being handled in exactly the same way, easy. And everything what you do on the portal will be then real near time being deployed on the global platform. So just to give you an idea how it really works from an end-to-end perspective.
So Thirdera, what Thirdera was able to bring to this project is our experience in deploying ServiceNow projects and applications, and what it takes to get those types of projects done. We've done many of these. We know the right cookbook, if you will, and the secret sauce to being successful here. And so this project was not all that different from that perspective, as deploying incident or problem or change or any other application in ServiceNow. And the key things to that is getting support from both sides of the company, from the top down. Our CEOs have from ngena and Thirdera know each other and have talked to each other many times, and they've both committed to do whatever it takes to make this project a success. And that's really one of the key things to helping us align. The other one that I want to touch on here is this co-delivery model. So not only do Thirdera and ngena talk daily, and our architects are working together to solve problems together, but we also have very good support and involvement from the ServiceNow product team itself, from that business unit that developed this TSM and OMT applications in ServiceNow. And we also, in the beginning of this, we had a very tight schedule to deliver an MVP product for the portal for that. And so our good friends at Apoxio were able to help us out and give us some more hands-on keyboards to get that completed, to make it look fantastic, and to hit that target on time. We talk all the time on this project. We have daily communication. We have 10 lanes of activity, 10 work streams going on. It was critical that we had a lead on the Thirdera side as well as in ngena side for each of those work streams. Those folks meet together and talk to each other constantly every day. And we don't spend, even though we talk to each other every day, we don't spend all of our times in meetings. I've been on some projects where it's kind of death by meetings, and that's certainly not what's happening here. We meet, we understand, we identify the problems that need solutions. We work together as a team, both in ngena and Thirdera, to solution those things, but then we give ourselves time to go back and actually put hands on keyboards and do the work there as well. And then from a project management perspective, we absolutely have full transparency on everything about this project from both sides. There's our project lead actually told us that bad news doesn't age well. It never gets better. So there's no point in waiting, right? If there's something that needs to happen or be talked about on the project, the best thing is to put it on the table and then work together as a true team to figure out exactly how to solution that problem. These are some, if we look at the project with some numbers here, these are some of the numbers that stand out. The one that I'll talk about here is the 11 scoped apps. So we're taking a scoped app first approach to the design and development on the ServiceNow platform with this project. And we're doing that because we are enhancing and adding capability to order management for telecommunications that isn't quite there out of the box yet. ngena has some very specific requirements and capabilities that get needed to support its business model. And we were able to build scoped apps. A lot of those requirements come around the concept of what we were talking about earlier in trying to make this, what is normally an incredibly complex process, very easy for resellers. And so we're erecting some guardrails around this process so that when they place an order, we're doing things like setting the values of these options to some default options so that they don't have to go through and actually make the selection on these dozens or even hundreds of characteristic values that need to take place during order enrichment. Let's give them the defaults, and if they want to change from those defaults, then they can make the change. And when they do make those change, let's validate those answers so that they don't put in a value that is incompatible with the Cisco products, so that when we go to orchestrate those things, we don't get errors returned from those integrations, right? So we're making sure that the data that they do enter is compatible with what we need from them. There's other guardrails in place, but that was the concept behind those scoped apps. And we also did a mass scoped app so that when ServiceNow comes out with new releases twice a year, right? That if they add a capability that we've personally designed or custom built for these folks, they can simply unwind that capability from a scoped app perspective. It's all encapsulated nicely, and then we can transition into using the out-of-the-box capability. So we have a good product. We did some amazing things, and we're going to go live with this amazing portal to help us, to help resellers have a nice, easy experience to place orders and to enrich orders and to do service assurance, but we always want to improve what we have. So in the mind of continual improvement, the things that are kind of next that we want to add into this solution are one, to do some e-bonding integration so that the resellers and even enterprise customers, we can e-bond with their ServiceNow instances so that they can generate orders or open up cases directly from their own ServiceNow instances into the ngena instance, where ngena can work those orders. We also want to take on event management, and that kind of goes in parallel with the next bullet of being proactive with our customer service. So when something does go wrong on a network, we know who's impacted, which customers are impacted. We can be proactive and open up cases for them automatically so that they're aware as soon as ngena is aware that there is an issue. We also want to take ngena forward with their just some normal IT service management concepts and best practices so that we can implement change management and problem management. And then we also have this desire to not only automate the provisioning of these systems, but also automate into the billing systems so that ngena can get paid in an easy way. And when we reduce the manual cycles in that process as well. And then, of course, we're always looking for the new enhancements and can't wait for ServiceNow to be the innovation leader in TSM and OMT. And so as these new enhancements come out, we'll review them. We'll see how they impact and fit into our current deployment. And then again, if there's some overlap between the things that we've already built, we can unwind our custom solutions and put theirs in place. Clever, do you have any other comments about what's next for Marcus?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I just want to add one topic, which I think is a very important one. It's the integration into our existing landscape, right? Because there's quite a bit of integration, which we also do, so that the ServiceNow platform really can play that crucial role, which you just have explained. So we integrate it into our own built CPQ, so meaning a pricing and quoting tool. And that is, I want to call it, it's a northbound integration. And we have a quite significant southbound integration as well, as we then feed all the data we have captured and which we have processed on the ServiceNow platform into our real production environment, which is the orchestration platform and which is a real SD-WAN and security delivery platform. And we even have a backwards integration and to receive the events and to have that opening of tickets and with the specific, I would say, events which we find on the platform, then on ServiceNow again. So it is not just a standalone, I would say, platform with ServiceNow, which we're doing here. It's also the full integration into really the end-to-end workflows and systems, really from the first budgetary quote, which is done on the CPQ, to the final delivery of any single service which hits the customer, including then all the life cycle elements as well. And I think that is, from my point of view, the most important, that this ServiceNow platform, and you're doing a great job on integration here, so nicely fits into our end-to-end business processes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the strengths of the platform, as well as the low code way in doing those integrations. So it's fantastic for handing this off to ngena after the fact, after it's built. It's easy to maintain. It's absolutely one of the strongest points of the ServiceNow platform. So I think we have some quotes here. If you'd like to quote yourself on your quote, we can allow that to happen here, Marcus.
Absolutely. Maybe I put it into the perspective. For us, simplifying the complex networking and security requirements for customers and resellers is key for us. And also delivering it in a flexible but also very fast manner, because IT has become very fast in the way how it can be deployed and changed and provisioned to customers with all the public cloud platforms. And it has been the networks which were lagging behind, as has more or less slowed down many transformations and IT delivery programs. And I think we now have the real opportunity to catch up with this kind of flexible networking platform to really allow customers and the CIOs of the companies to really have an end-to-end flexible IT environment, which includes the network. And I think that is what makes me so excited about it. And it's all about simplification and automation and model-driven and so on, which makes that work. And I think we have a perfect platform built to exactly do this.
Excellent. And Clever, I think you have a few words to say here as well, it sounds like.
Yeah. We know that we gave Thirdera some massive challenges, right? So new product, time constraints, as you mentioned, and time zones, because the company is in Germany, or the people is in Germany, we are working from the US. So all this we know was a big challenge. And I would say, as Marcus mentioned, you guys are going fast, very good, fantastic. So you guys have really exceeded our expectations, like I put here.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. So that takes us to the end. We have a bit of a call to action here. If you take your phones and you scan each one of these codes, it'll take you to pages where you can sign up to follow information about both of our companies, to stay in touch with us. And there's a little plug here for Knowledge 22. We're absolutely going to be presenting in a bigger format, larger format, longer presentation, more details, and hopefully Knowledge 22 will be in person instead of the virtual. We'll see how that goes, but that would be fantastic to see some friendly faces in person this next year. So thanks for watching us. Thanks for joining the Now at Work session here, and we'll see you next time.